Hey everybody, I'm going to be giving you guys my quick and spoiler-free review for Glass. And it's basically the third installment and the final chapter in M. Night Shyamalan's trilogy that started with Unbreakable and continued with Split. So yeah, you check out both of those movies before you go see this movie. And basically the premise of this movie is where we catch up with David Dunn and he's in pursuit of the Horde or the Beast, whichever you want to call him. And then that leads to them getting admitted into in a mental institution where Mr. Glass was sent when we last saw him in Unbreakable, and then that all goes full circle from there. And yeah, like going into this, like when back when they had Split, I mean, like I didn't even know this was originally a plan to be a trilogy back when I saw Unbreakable. I mean, I just sort of stayed away from all of those details until later. And then I see Split, and then I'm like, oh, so this is a continuation of that world? And like, okay, and then they announced that Glass is also definitely happening. I was definitely excited. I was looking forward to it. I mean, I was like, wow. I mean, that's going to be cool to see David Dunn and the Beast clash. I mean, like, it'll be fun to see all those characters interact. And the real question is, but that all being said, did this movie satisfy my excitement? Was my hype meter treated with, like, was it treated really well? I would say, overall, it has been treated really well for the most part. And with the action, I enjoyed. I mean, like, when it got to the action where it had David Dunn and the Beast, I was enjoying that so much. I really was. When it finally happened, I was like, yes, here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. Loved it. And also, like, like back when they set up Unbreakable, like when they set up David Dunn's character, and then we see, like, that, okay, so is he gifted or not? And then they answer that question, and then now we see him here, and it's time, it would be a missed opportunity if they didn't go crazy with all of that. Like with him fighting someone as formidable as the Beast. I mean, that's the first time he ever faced someone with, who met his match. I mean, he met his match. and also, and then we get to see a little bit more of what he can do in this movie that we didn't really see in Unbreakable. So that was pretty cool that they added a little bit of that into this movie. And also, like, with the three main characters, like, I wish we saw a bit more of David than we did in this movie. I mean, I understand that, there wasn't really much else to give him to do other than to be the hero of the movie. And then they sort of established that in Unbreakable, like I said. But I wish they could have added a little bit more screen time for him. And they did show us what has happened since we last saw him, like, within those gaps. And then I wish we shed a little bit. I wish we had a little bit more time into that than we got in this movie. I wish that we focused just a little bit more on what was going on with David since then, other than his superhero thing. And but however, I mean, like, we do get to see Mr. Glass interact with a bit of Kevin's, like, personalities, and especially the Horde. I mean, like, that is just almost as interesting as David and the Beast going at it. And James McAvoy, I mean, he deserves a fucking Oscar for this role, or for these roles, as I should say. I mean, just him alone is worth the price of admission. I mean, like, him playing all these different personalities. I mean, it's just as interesting as it was in Split. But, I mean, like, damn. I mean, like, give this man an Oscar. Come on now. And with the hospital thing, I don't know if I would have gone in that direction. It did kind of feel like it took away, a little bit of the excitement, what was going on outside of all of that. But still, it didn't take me out of the movie at all. I mean, like, it kept my attention when we were there. And with Ellie Staple, played by Sarah Paulson, like, there were some moments where she's trying to convince them that this is all in their heads, like, and what she would say to them at times, where it makes me think, it sounds like she's making sense. Even though we kind of know that is all actually true, but for that moment, I was like, what if she's right? You know, like she's almost getting to me as, you know, as in that moment. I'm like, what? But yeah, and also with the ending, I see why people were really flipping their shit over the ending. I mean, I'm not overly fond of it, but I didn't strongly hate it as a whole, but I did hate a certain part about it. When that happened, I was like, really? Are you serious right now? and and also like but I did not put all my eggs in this particular basket for this movie. I mean, like, I didn't expect it to be movie of 2019. I just expected just to have a fun time with it, and I did overall. And despite the ending, I still had a fun time with the movie. And like, if you were to see Split and then you just saw Split and it was like, yeah, that's a great horror movie, and then you jump into this movie's gonna take a lot of those horror movie aspects out of that, like where the Beast is still scary as fuck, but it's like they treat him more as a supervillain in this movie as opposed to him being treated more like as a potential horror icon in Split. At least that's how it was for me. I mean, like, if you are going into this thinking it's going to be a good follow-up to a horror movie, then you might be disappointed. I mean, like, it's part of a comic book-like world, so yeah, just something to keep in mind. I mean, you guys see Unbreakable and Split before you see this movie, and you already decide you want to see it, then I'd say check it out. I mean, like, don't listen to the critics. I mean, you got to go in and basically critique it for yourself. And also, with that all being said, I'm gonna give this movie, for the time being, my attitude tends to change towards movies from time to time, whether it's for the best or the worst. But for the time being, right now, I may give this movie 3.5 chair spins out of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3.5 chair spins. So, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, I might see it again and my attitude may change, and where I might want to say, hey, it was just, I enjoyed it even more than I did before. But, I don't know. I can't see myself disliking the movie even further from here. I mean, I think I will still enjoy it. I plan on seeing it again. And, so, yeah, I guess time will tell. But in the meantime, I did enjoy it overall, despite, you know, some nitpicks here and there. But, you know, I can't believe that it's been concluded. I mean, like, it does tie, you know, the trilogy in a bow. Like, where it's like, there's no need to do anything else from here. It's fine as it is, despite that fucking ending. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review for Glass, make sure you thumb up the video. Make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you click that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest videos. Thank you for watching, and I don't know for sure yet, but I might do a spoiler review on this movie. Thinking about it. So, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, y'all.